can still taste you on me. I can taste you on my lips as I'm driving home without you. I'm thinking of your kiss and the way that you held me makes me feel I'm free. I can't imagine my life without you here with me.
Don't go.
Don't you leave me.
Be with me. This is magic. Abracadabra. Hocus pocus. Alakazam. Voila!
I had to check myself to make sure there's no ribs left on my shirt there, Kinsman.
All right, do you have any stains there? You're not wearing the white one from the weekend. Of course,
No.
what a weekend. Speaking of ribs, rodeos, there was no shortage of things to do this weekend.
That's right.
Of course, you were at Rib Fest. I was up at the Porca Stampede and Rodeo. Lots of fun.
Oh, God, you kidding me? What an awesome week in this community,
Yeah, it sure
including
was.
Launch Canada.
Yeah, Launch Canada wrapping up their splendid week of rocketry down between here and Gogama. We had the chance to be a part of that. And next year, you know, talking to some of the launch crew, we're going to be putting our own rocket into next year's competition.
All right,
We're just kind of excited.
Yeah. It was awesome, and shout out to the Rotary Club. I want to give a special thanks to, because that was super cool, and I rock and rolled all night there, Kinsman. Even at this age, I can rock and roll
rolled
through the night.
all night long. Yeah, they were rolling you out of there.
They were rolling me out of
so
there,
many ribs there. They were
Yeah.
They were rolling you out of there.
Now,
till the bus
you know our
stop
guest
there.
tonight. You know I was an A+ student. Perfect attendance
you're
awards.
Fibbing. I don't believe it.
Fibbing?
I don't believe it until we
Yeah,
see
that's
these
right.
report cards. Do you have the old-fashioned report
My
card with
mom
you?
saved everything. Trust me, Kinsman. And you were, you got by. You were busy in the principal's office, but we were different students.
No, here's the thing. I was never really that bad as a student, but I have had the chat with the principal.
Yeah.
I think we've all been there. And nothing more embarrassing than having my mom was a custodian at my public school. And then having my mom come in for work that night, see me in the principal's office. So you couldn't pull anything over the parents' eyes. No, just wait. That was the line. Just wait till your father gets home.
Oh yeah. No, my house it was my mom. My mom. You know, like your mom would show up to school. You think grade school? No, high school for me. So my mom kept me in line. All right, so let's introduce our amazing guests. Let's start there.
We're talking schools here.
Yes.
Northeastern Catholic District School Board. Let's welcome to Studio 67 tonight in downtown Timmins, the Superintendent of Education.
Yeah.
We've got Jennifer Dunkley.
Yes.
And we've got the principal of O'Gorman High, Sean Robertson, or Mr. Robinson. That's a faux pas. You're not supposed to say the first name. So Mr. Robinson and Mrs. Dunkley. Here we go.
There you're so formal.
Yeah.
You were never in the principal's office.
I was.
You're just trying to be cool right now.
I was. No,
For what?
I got pulled into the principal's office there. I forget what I was cheering on a fight.
Yeah.
And I remember I said I was cheering too loud, and I got yanked into the principal's
That was
office.
the whole problem with the scenario. Someone was cheering.
I was
too
cheering
loud.
on because
Yeah,
they were promoting violence in the schoolyard. And here I'm like, yeah, kick that guy's ass.
Oh wow, geez, you're getting all wild. Settle down there, pal. Geez, but you will notice.
You're
my attire.
You still fit into it.
No, this is Aiden's shirt, but he wears, he's
But
a tall kid.
you're fitting into Aiden's
Well,
stuff now.
I'm sucking it in a bit
even
there, Kinsman,
more
for the
impressive.
show. Yeah, that's right.
He's literally
But-
sucking it in.
Yeah, pal. I'm going to do a big XL when this is over.
Yeah.
But you know how much I love the O'Gorman system. All my kids are out there. I've mentioned that multiple times. So and this is a comment for you both before we get into the action, we've always had respect for teachers, but no more respect came when we had to teach our own kids. Oh, man.
Homeschooling,
I thought
you appreciate the teachers.
Aiden brought home homework, and I thought the textbook was grade 23. It was so confusing. He was in grade 7. I'm like, God bless our teachers, our EAs, our custodial staff, our principals. These are superheroes. Right, Jen?
They definitely are superheroes.
Oh, my God.
And I think it was fair to say that everyone realized that just because we've all been to school, it doesn't necessarily mean we can perform in that way. So we thank all the parents that tried to do their best when they weren't able to be in our schools, and we are very happy to have all of the students back with us where they belong in our schools.
Yes, thank God.
Another busy school year coming up. It's hard to believe we just finished wrapping. It seems like we just wrapped up the year. Now getting set to kick off another school year. Like we blinked.
Yep, time flies.
Time flies when you're
Do
having
you guys
fun.
teach cliches 101 in the school system? Because
I'll
Mark's your
teach
first
it,
applicant.
Bring
Things
my
that
big
you'll hear a
whiteboard.
million times a day if you're over 60. Mark's class. What, Jen? You're the superintendent of education. Like, walk us through. Like, what does the superintendent of education do?
Yeah, so pretty much my job is to deal with a lot of the stuff at the district level, the policy that comes from the Ministry of Education and helping to figure out what those things look like. But the best part of my job ever is supporting people like Mr. Robertson. So supporting our school principals in ensuring that our schools are working the way that they need to, that our students have what they need, that our staff has what they need, and that we can all have a successful school year. So that's what my job is.
Your job's to keep Mr. Robertson in line. Now
She said support him.
well, he's the head cheese at O'Gorman. Now, Mr. Robertson on his best behavior because his boss is sitting right here. Can't get out of line there. This is the only time that you can go to the principal's office.
Yeah, but so Jen, have you gone through the system? Like, where did your career start in the education system?
I started as a teacher at O'Gorman High School. So I taught biology and a little bit of geography. Then I spent some time working for the board as a special assignment teacher, helping teachers with curriculum and different things like that. And then we opened up an alternative and continuing education center called Access. It runs out of our school board, and I was the vice principal there. And then spent some time as the vice principal of O'Gorman High School, and then became a superintendent about 8 years ago now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is my 8th year. in the role.
8 years. How much is, one of the questions I wanted to ask you is, like, we all joke, like, back in our day, we all realize a lot of things were different back in our day. Things were different back in our grandparents' days. Things evolved. But are there some certain things that you've noticed that has changed in the education system, say maybe in the last decade, or maybe it's 5 years? Like, there's things I've noticed, but just curious about your perspective.
Well, there has been a lot of change.
Yeah.
Definitely, I think technology has had a big part to play in what school looks like, and our access to different things changes almost every year. So I think there's both good and bad that come with that, learning how to use it effectively, learning how to manage it so it's not a distraction. We have a lot of work coming up with that this year, but I would think that, yes, the role definitely that technology plays in education has been probably the most significant change over time that we've noticed.
Yeah, technology definitely a big factor every year. You know, kids going in with newer, gadgets or teaching styles with the new technology. Any new pieces coming up this year that students will have to get used to?
Well, I mean, certainly we continue with our Chromebook program at the high school, and I would have to agree with Jen. Technology is one of the biggest factors that have probably changed in recent years. But I think that it's positive because at the end of the day, as we learn to adapt to new technology, we continue to learn about learning. And essentially that lifelong learning is so key for our students because the jobs of tomorrow, we don't even know necessarily what those jobs will look like. So in adapting to technology, I mean, certainly it's a life skill that our students take away as well.
I find, one of the things I've noticed that's changed, and you thought I was going to joke about the strap, Kinsman? That's gone along.
The strap.
That was your days, Kinsman.
The wooden spoon.
That was your days.
Well, back when I went to school, my grade 5 teacher used to throw the chalk brush at you if you weren't listening.
It was a tough year in '62 at your grade.
62.
But the biggest thing, I've noticed, I find, especially since I've had kids, my daughter's 25, so I'm talking like when she went through the high school system up until Aiden, who's in grade 10. We're listening to kids more and what they want to do as a career. So when I went to high school, there was an extremely strong focus on university, which is great. I went to university. I don't regret my choices, helped me develop the skills I wanted to develop. But there's a lot of kids who want to work with their hands and want to get into trades and want to start those type of careers. I didn't find my friends, when I went to high school, like they tried to focus them away from that. I find that the schools are doing like an excellent job helping kids achieve what they're going to be passionate about.
Yeah, that is a huge focus for sure, is trying to encourage students to figure out what is going to fit best for them. And there's many different ways to be successful as an adult, right? Many different careers paths you can take. And you're right, not limiting it to, there's this one type of post-secondary or one thing. As Sean said, careers that are going to be what our students are doing in the next couple of years. They may not even exist yet. So there's a huge focus definitely through O'Gorman High School on getting students exposed to trades and the apprenticeship opportunities. That's a big need in Ontario right now, and it's a huge push of the Ministry of Education as well. So you do see a lot of that programming, and we tend to promote a lot of opportunities for students to explore who they are and what they might be interested in through whether it's a Specialist High Skills Major program, the Ontario Youth Apprenticeship Program, our co-op programs, just experiential learning activities we have. It's a big push for sure for helping students figure out what they might do next and honoring that all of those next options are valuable and needed and important.
I also find, well, you know, here's one obvious thing I find before I get to my real point. I had an 86 Chevette in high school. I was the cool kid. Everyone has a brand new pickup now, okay? If you do, the vehicles...
Was it the tan-colored one?
The student vehicles have gotten nicer. Definitely.
Well, I drove a K car. I drove a K car, so yeah, you and I pulling into it.
We would,
no one asking for rides home from high school at our day. No.
A lot of the... we're focusing on the high school right now. I want to talk about, you know, the elementary schools, but... you know, they're entrepreneur, like they're spirited. Like at 14, they had to push me to get a job. But you know, just watching my son and his friends, they all want to get out there and earn money. But the biggest thing I noticed that sports have always been a thing that has been popular in Northern Ontario and Canada. You know, we all grew up like in my household playing sports. But I find now more and more kids are opening up to being comfortable going into arts and music. And there's more of a focus. Like sports aren't just the only cool thing to do anymore. And I find that's changed in the last decade, which I love, because I loved being in drama club and debate club and those things. And they weren't as heavily pushed when I went to school. And I find that the schools offer more of those opportunities now, because not every kid wants to play for the Leafs. Sorry, Kinsman. You know, thank God.
Well, now there's more hype now. We got Austin Matthews as captain.
Have you noticed that, both working for the school board, that the interests of the students have expanded a bit?
I think certainly sports remain popular with a lot of our student body, but I think you're right. When we look at our entire student population, we have to take their interest from a holistic perspective. Schooling isn't just about academics. There's also the social component, the spiritual component, and as well as a physical component. So when I think of it as an example, like we held our musical last year, certainly a lot of students were involved in that. And it wasn't just the acting or the singing component. There's the building the stage, there's the painting, there's all the logistics that go behind that. So it's about bringing the school community together through these activities to build teamwork. And again, all those skills, those life skills that they really need in order to be successful in their future and in their future careers as well. So to kind of sum that out, I would say that certainly we see that as well. And we take a lot of pride in seeking other opportunities beyond sports in our extracurricular programmings.
Well, as much as we love all the schools, Kinsman, I'll just go to the sports talk. O'Gorman's sweeping boys and girls basketball this year, junior and senior.
Yeah, a little bit biased.
Sorry.
He's got a clump in the system. Yeah.
But whether you're in, you know, your extracurricular activities, whether you're in the drama club, which was such it is an amazing experience.
Yeah,
as
sure
Lorraine
is, from Lorraine.
Like one of the most memorable things you can do in high school, whether it's in front of the crowd or behind the scenes or sports. What I love about the extracurricular activities, no matter what you're doing, is there's an expectation from the coaches, but also from the kids, like to strive to be, and I'll use a corny cliche, like your best type of student. But if you're not treating your peers with respect, your teachers with respect, and working your best to get the best grades you can possibly get, that privilege could be removed. And I find it's developing character. And it's not just, you know, my son plays, but it's not just basketball, it's not just, it's all the activities offered. Yeah. And I think that's a big deal.
Yeah, and I mean, certainly we try to lead in a sense where we're clear with our expectations with students, and certainly in being clear with those expectations, we don't want to take things away from people, but we want them to be able to shine, to show who they are, and to really promote the school. So we really emphasize that in our extracurricular activities as well as with our coaches. We want to build character as well. And really that is an excellent way not only to show off our school to the community, but also to show off themselves as individuals as well.
Yeah, and they don't, I mean, I think it goes without saying, because these extracurricular activities are teaching character.
Exactly.
I mean, no kid comes home. Like, let's be honest. My son's never going to come. They taught me to be a role model today, Dad. They taught me to respect others. But you can see it in them as they're growing up. You can see those skills.
Yeah, big
develop.
mentors.
Well, some things can be
role
taught in
models.
the classroom, and some things, we have to have experience, right? And that's why we seek to have experiential learning opportunities, whether it's partnering, say, with Northern College to expose our students to other careers or sports, as you mentioned, or other extracurricular activities. It's really about experiencing what's in the classroom, what's in the school, but also what's in the community as well, to really build that well-rounded individual to face the needs of the world tomorrow.
And I think a good comment from Joanne, if we scroll back, she says you need to start talking about possible careers in junior high. They need to know what's out there. And I think, this is what you guys are doing, gals, with the career fairs. Career fairs are, a great opportunity. Of course, every year students have a chance to see what is out there and, of course, drop their resumes at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, certainly all of our grade 10 students do take career and civics classes as part of their compulsory credits at O'Gorman High School. We do, as you mentioned, have the career fair. That's a really, we have it twice a year, actually. We invite members of the community as well. So our students essentially are investigating different careers. Our co-op students are also part of that career fair. So, I mean, really, it's really, really essential for our students to get out there to see what jobs are available, especially when we have needs in the trades. We really are promoting trades within our schools, certainly through our dual credit program with Northern College, certainly through our specialist high skills major, as well as the Ontario Youth Apprenticeship Program. So it's about learning, again, about it in school, but also getting into the community and bringing the community into the school to prepare our students.
Well, let's brag about Jen. I mean, I could talk O'Gorman all day, trust me. They hear a lot about it here. But we got some other amazing schools in the Catholic system here.
Yeah, so we have 13 schools total in our school board.
Okay.
We have schools in Cobalt, New Liskards, Kirkland Lake, Kapuskasing, Cochrane, Moosonee, Iroquois Falls. We're kind of running all of that in Englehart. I better not miss Englehart. My principal there will call me out for sure. But we have schools kind of all over, 13 schools. In Timmins, we have, a handful of schools. We have St. Joe's out in South Porcupine, little school on the lake, much loved in the community there. Yeah. We have Pope Francis, big school that's located right across from our board office. So there's always some fun things that are happening there. O'Gorman Intermediate School, which people are familiar with because it's the main feeder school to your favorite place, O'Gorman High School. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we also have an adult and continuing education center, which we run out of our board office as well.
Good. So the 13, did you know that number there, Kinsman?
13, I did not know. I knew there was a lot of a lot of
we,
schools.
We were about to say
13.
a lot, but 13 is a little bit of a better
13,
answer.
Yeah, sure is.
Yeah, that's what, Jen. What would you say to people who are maybe they're just they have children entering school, or they're considering a shift, or they moved to Timmins, that are first time considering the Catholic school board system? What would you say to those folks?
Well, I definitely think that it's important to know your community school and to spend time going there and meeting the people that are there to seeing if it's a right fit for you. We have a big kind of focus right now. Our school board is talking a lot about belonging and working with the theme of I belong, and we believe that everyone has a place in our Catholic schools. We are, because of our reputation in the community and an interest in Catholic schools, our schools, specifically in Timmins, are very full. We have a lot of students enrolled and a lot of people that are expressing interest in coming in. We tend to hold our enrollment drives starting in January for the following school year, and so we do encourage people, if they are thinking of making those changes or are interested in our system, to come early. Trying to register right now to get into school for a September 3rd start can be very, very difficult because there's not necessarily space to accommodate everybody's interests. But I think, like I said, the most important thing I can encourage people to do is to find their local Catholic school and go take a visit. Go spend some time to see what it's like, to see if it's the right fit for you and your family. And like I said, we try to welcome as many people as we can. And we're interested in connecting with as many different families as we can.
Excellent. And they can just walk up, obviously, the lead up to school beginning next week. They just contact the school, set up a tour or just show up and knock on the door and say, hey, I want to take a tour? Is that recommended?
It's not our
Make it
office,
happen,
Kinsman. Yeah, but yeah.
It certainly happen. I think Sean, would say as a principal, it probably is best to call ahead and make an appointment.
Kind of make an appointment, yeah.
Especially once all the students are coming in on the 3rd, it'll get a
Yes.
little bit busy. But this week, for sure, is an opportunity for people to connect. Our principals are at
sure.
school. Our school secretaries are there answering the phones and trying to respond to inquiries as well.
Yeah, you mentioned St. Joseph's. I mean, I'm speaking of the schools I have personal experience with, and St. Joseph's it's such an incredible school, and this is what I love about the Catholic school system in our city. And this, folks, we work with the other schools. They are amazing, Kinsman. They are.
Yeah,
but my children went to these schools, so I have a little more personal experience, and everything is just so. It feels like family. I like the vision that they present to the kids, and they're super community orientated. So those are the things we went through. Because growing up, I went to Catholic and I went to public, so I had experience in both. So we juggled that decision when we came here. Where did you go? Bad boy school or what?
What's that? No.
You didn't go to my school.
Public school system
Yeah?
back then. Yeah.
They are tremendous, and so that's I guess it's a good problem to have when the schools are getting full because the messaging is out there. But everyone knows about in every field there's a work shortage. We expected that 20 years ago we were going to predict it. I'm sure it's the same with teachers. It's the same with welders. It's the same with
Absolutely.
electricians. It's the same. Yeah.
Yeah, and if
Need
you're
more.
if you're a qualified Catholic teacher, we would love to hear from you.
Yeah.
We are still looking for teachers for our schools, so that would be great as well.
Lots
but
of
to
teachers.
your point, we
And
need
again,
teachers. We
you
need
said
support
enrollment is
staff.
high this year, so
It
you
absolutely
need the
is.
teachers to take the demand of the kids and students.
Mr. Robertson is an amazing individual. He made my grandson feel like he matters.
Aw.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's a big deal, actually. Yeah, more beautifully said than actually.
Great
I was
comments
saying that.
coming in.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. It's the beginning of the season. What is the role? So, for the role of the principal, like the first day of school, like I gotta think of when we were in grade 9. There's anxiety there because first year in high school. I know you had the Link program. You'll probably expand upon that. For sure. But it's sometimes teenagers won't express it, but they're feeling it. We all felt it. This is a big step in their life. So what sort of things will you be doing at O'Gorman to make them feel welcome?
Yeah, so actually we start before the new school year. In June before this school year, we do invite grade 8 families into the school, not only our feeder school, but any other school in the community. We have an open house. We give the opportunity to meet the staff, talk about our programming, look at our course selection for the following year. And we also have other opportunities during that month for students from our feeder schools to come in and visit as well. So it's about acclimatizing to the new school environment, not just coming in day one and then that's your first meeting of the school. So essentially, we have those opportunities. But in addition to that, we do have what we call the Link program, which is a great program unique to our school where we have senior students under the guidance of a teacher essentially take our new grade 9 students under their wing and lead them throughout the year. So for example, on our first day of school next week on Tuesday, September 3rd, we only have our grade 9s in that day, and they work all day with our Link crew, so our senior students and those teachers, to essentially go around to their classes, learn how to open a locker, learn how to use a lock, look at their schedule and any other things that they require in order to be successful in grade 9. And we not only do that on the first day, but we also have retreats for our grade 9 students and other opportunities throughout the year that just focus on their learning. Because really at the end of the day, we want to reduce that anxiety for our students because everybody has anxiety going back. Whether you're in grade 9, grade 10, even if you're the principal, you have anxiety about coming back, right? So it's about addressing that and helping them as much as possible. And whenever I meet with families, I really emphasize, like, coming to the principal's office, you don't just come here for bad things, right? You want to be able to come here. I want to be able to speak to the students. I want to be able to hear their concerns. And all of our staff are like that. And that's why I always counsel our grade 9s. There's many caring adults in the building. There's lots of support in the building. Please tell us when you need support because we will link you up with what you need.
So getting called to the principal's office is no longer a bad thing.
Not no
necessarily.
longer a bad
necessarily.
thing.
There's add
You
that
know,
to another change.
You
there,
come and
Jen.
add your accolades. You get, Mr. Robertson wants to hear a student's
Yeah,
good
that's right.
day. Hey, I got an A+ on a test. You like to hear those stories,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So okay. Well, that's a good change because back in the day, if that
That's
speakerphone
it.
came on,
yeah,
you're finished.
Remember the speaker? It's
you're
like,
you're
Mr.
finished.
Kinsman, time to go to the office.
When I heard that, I said, "Well, I'm grounded for 3 weeks, boys. I'll see you in a bit.
That's it.
I'll see you in December." My mom gets a hold of this. I'm done. The uniforms too. The uniforms are such a great thing, and I'm telling you that the kid. I'm not going to use the word kids. Maybe not love it, but if parents think their kids are going to be concerned with the uniforms, they are not. I think it's awesome. Personally, I wish all schools had it. One, it's less costly because you're not continuously buying clothes. There's no, speaking to the parents, like everyone has a different level of income in their homes, and so there's no judgment there on who has.
Everybody's
nicest
on the
clothes.
same page.
There is a feeling of uniformity, for lack of a better word, that's a uniform. And kids don't think like it's a big deal. So when I speak to parents, I go, I don't think my child will go to Gorman because he doesn't want to wear a uniform. I don't think, everyone's different, but the majority.
Yeah, I mean,
They think it's
I went
okay,
to
right?
O'Gorman
Yeah.
as a student as well, and if I knew you were wearing your uniform, I
Yeah,
would have maybe
you
I would have
were-
worn my
like-
own. I wouldn't have fit in my uniform. So but no, certainly it is common in Catholic schools throughout the province to have a uniform,
Yeah.
and I know certainly some people love it and some people don't, and that's okay. But I think it makes us such a distinctive presence in the community. And I think if people heard the feedback we get from parents and particularly employers in the community, when our students are going out and doing co-op, when they're volunteering in the community, even when they're walking home, just to see an O'Gorman student in a nice uniform and essentially, again, promoting the school, promoting themselves as an individual, it really carries the message of O'Gorman being a great place to learn and a great place to prepare our students for the future.
Yeah. I look good, eh, Kinsman?
Yeah, you do.
You do wear it well.
Yeah, sports,
I wear it
the
well.
uniform.
Back
Yes.
to grade
Very
12
well.
there.
That's it. Just gotta, learn how to iron better. Eh?
Learn how to-
Get the kinks out.
Work out my collars a little bit. But so it
Yeah.
is, it's standard for high schools across the province, the uniforms, or in Catholic high schools?
Not necessarily,
Okay.
no. It would be a board or even school by school decision, but certainly that it was a very well supported decision when the decision was made many years ago, and continues to be a well supported decision. And I mean, certainly our policy is no student would go without. So certainly families do have to purchase the uniform, but there are opportunities for support with that if required.
There is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I was looking at, like, even, back when we went to school there, Kinsman, like, if we went with the cost of inflation, I'm pretty fancy with my words tonight with
Yes,
educators
it
here.
is, yeah.
I'm showing right off
Yeah,
here, Kinsman.
throw it off in front of the superintendent
I've
and
never
the principal.
hadn't said that word in like 12 years. But the fact that, like, I looked, okay, so I've got to buy like 8 or 9 pair of jeans. I got to buy like 10 or so shirts, and you go play sports or after school with your friends.
It adds up.
You're spending less on the uniforms. I've done the math.
You've done it.
So there is a cost. There is the cost there, and of course there's support if needed. But kids, it doesn't bother them. And some parents tell me my son or daughter won't like it. Some like it, some don't. But most are good with it. It should never be a deflection of a decision to go to a school, in my opinion.
And I mean, certainly we also have casual days as well. Once a month, we usually have a casual day. The lead up to Christmas, different events like that, especially if students are going on an outdoors field trip, per se. So certainly it's not that they don't have the opportunity to at times not wear the uniform, but again, we take pride in what it means for our school and the impact that it has on our students in the community.
It's interesting too. I get to work with our student trustees at the board level, and they continuously, year after year, is similar feedback. These are students usually that are in grade 11 or 12, have been wearing the uniform, for a couple of years, and they all talk about how much simpler their life is because they are just getting up and they know what they're wearing and they're going to school. Like that whole piece is kind of not an issue for them. And so, we haven't heard any really like significant negative feedback about the uniform. We don't have uniforms in our elementary schools. We have one in Cochrane that has adopted a top, and they love it as well. The kids wear it with pride. So it does seem to be something that you see in a Catholic school more commonly. But certainly we love the uniform, and it's not going anywhere anytime
It's
soon.
not going away
No.
anytime soon.
Yeah,
No.
no, I love it. So, Jay, I'm going to ask you this opinion, and then we have a challenge. What's harder on the parents? Child's first day of like JK going to school, graduating high school, and I think, I don't know, I heard an early discussion, or leaving for college, university.
Putting me on the spot. Oh my
What do you think is
goodness.
harder for parents?
Well,
I've seen a lot of crying in my household,
So
all
I'm-
from me, by the way.
I will be taking my oldest away to university this weekend. So maybe I should come back next week and tell you. The first day was exceptionally hard, and I thought I was ready, and I feel like I'm ready now, and I think it's going to be exceptionally hard. The one thing I can say is that if you're dropping your child off at an NCDSB school, I think you know that they're going to be well taken care of, and you used the word earlier, family, and most people that interact with our schools talk about the family atmosphere. So, you know, that idea that you're bringing your child somewhere where they're going to be loved and cared for, and someone's going to guide them like they're part of their own family, that's what you're going to experience in our school. So, as difficult as it is for me as a parent and for others as a parent, I think both ends of the spectrum are difficult, but I definitely think I cried more at the beginning than I did at graduation. I will say that. I'll let you know, but
There's,
Stay tuned.
She'll stay tuned with an update after this weekend.
I feel like there should be a support group for parents right at the beginning.
probably, yes.
Trust me, it was me doing the crying, on the bus crying. They said, just get out of here, come on.
And they're pushing the off.
the children are excited to go, but yeah, these are big moments for the parents. So.
Absolutely. It's a transition, right?
Yeah.
It's a big transition.
Yeah. And I assume both of your roles, obviously, you know, day-to-day activity, the focus is on the students, but the parents also have to feel comfortable in
Absolutely.
which school their children are attending. So that must be a big focal point of both of the jobs.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's a partnership at the end of the day between parents or guardians and the school. And I mean, at the end of the day, it takes a community to raise a child. And I mean, that from especially in a Catholic school, that is our focus, to really have that holistic church, home, school connection in supporting our students and making them the best that they can possibly be.
We were just laughing at some of the comments there, but I know
Yeah,
all
a lot of
parents
good
went
comments
through
coming
it.
in here tonight.
There's some dads may not admit the crying, but I'm admitting the crying there, Kinsman. But, okay, we've already talked for like half an hour. Do you want to have a little bit of fun here?
I'm always up for
Okay,
fun.
good.
Little teacher.
He's always up for fun.
and
So
principal and superintendent.
Pass those
fun here.
down, Kinsman.
I'll pass them down.
Okay.
There we go.
So you may not be able to see this at home,
All right.
but this is called Teacher Feud. And
Teacher Feud.
and we're gonna ask everyone we're gonna ask people a question.
En stylo.
You're gonna give three answers, and we're just gonna see if the answers match. Okay, and we're gonna do 5 of them. So, and you're gonna give your 3 choices. So,
Okay.
let me explain this better, Kinsman.
Okay.
See this? I couldn't be a teacher. Name something you would find on a teacher's desk, and you got to give 3 answers. Okay? So I know what you're writing there, Kinsman. So name something you would find on a teacher's
desk.
and let's see how close our and you could play at home also. So we're gonna hear the apple, right? Like
Yeah.
Prepare to read.
I put
Okay.
the apple.
All right, so
got 3.
let's hear from the experts
Okay.
first and see how bad we were. 3
Okay.
things you would find on a teacher's desk, Sean.
One or all 3?
All 3. Let's
All
go.
3.
Okay, first one was an apple.
Yeah.
no
Okay.
tradition.
Yeah.
Notebook.
Okay.
And the third was maybe a student's cell phone.
Ooh, he
okay.
got funny. Okay, I like that. I like that.
Okay.
Okay, Jen.
I have a pen, a laptop, and a water bottle.
Oh, a laptop.
Okay.
That's that change in technology.
That is
they
a
were
change
saying.
in technology.
You remember laptop when you went to school?
No, back when I went to school, it was the calculator watch.
Oh,
And that was confiscated.
that's coming back.
That's it.
It
It's
is.
coming back.
What do you got there?
I have a ruler, a stapler, and an apple.
I got an apple, a stapler, and my Game Boy.
You can tell how
My
old
Game
school-
Boy was always
how
on
old
the
school
teacher's
we
desk.
are, right? People are like, what's a
Stapler.
A
ruler?
game? What's a game? Okay. Uh-oh. This is going to be good.
Oh, this is fun.
Name a reason a student might get sent to the principal's
Okay.
office. This is going to be interesting
Yeah.
to see Sean's answer.
All right.
This will see how much I really
Okay.
know what your day-to-day is
And,
like based on what I
right,
think is
yeah.
happening
Yeah.
in your school and what's actually happening.
Okay.
Let's save Sean for last because, he is the principal
Okay.
of this group.
So we're going to go with you first?
All right.
what,
Name a reason a student might get sent to the principal's office. See, I'm focusing on the positives now.
Okay.
Congratulations on a job well done. So you thought I was going to go crazy here, eh?
Well, this is it. I'll save the negative. I got some negatives on
A
that.
check-in,
Yeah.
right? And a discussion about a bad interview with his dad. It could be. I don't know.
It could be.
What do you got there?
Basing it off his own experiences.
Yeah.
I said fighting, looking at another's test during test day, and caught chewing gum.
You went all bad, eh? You didn't listen to what Sean said?
Chewing gum.
I think there
you
may
done
be
that?
something else that has changed in 10 years because I also went negative, but mine are not like yours at all.
Yeah, see?
And was your mom the custodian?
My mom was the
And you're
custodian.
chewing gum at school? You better not have
I
been
used
sticking
to.
it underneath the desk.
No. You threw it out.
Okay. All
So
right.
this is what I think that
All right.
maybe he has to deal with. I've got vaping, cell phone infraction, and uniform infraction.
Ooh, it's all infractions. Interesting. Okay.
So those are very honest ones. I went great mark on a test,
Yeah.
rough and tumble, so fights.
Yeah.
And you would think at an elementary school this would be a big thing, but secondary as well, needing a Band-Aid.
Oh, a Band-Aid. Yes.
All right.
Yep.
Nice pack.
Okay, interesting. We'll have to give Sean all the correct marks because
yes.
he knows. Okay. Name a place where school children often go on field trips.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I know.
All right.
Name a place.
Name a place where we would go on a field trip. Often.
Okay.
Used to love field trip day, right? The bus would pull up there. It was the most
You like
exciting.
when-
The exciting time as a
You
student
like
waiting
when
for
that
the
black
bus.
and white TV reel did with the
It's like,
antennas.
they're like, phew, I didn't have to study for
Okay,
that test. Yeah.
I'll start here because it's better to leave it to the experts at
Okay.
the end. So I picked Science Timmins,
Okay.
the ski hill because there's a skiing program, and in grade 8 Toronto trip. I
Okay.
still consider that a field trip. even
Well,
though
my
it's a-
field trip, because I grew up out of the GTA, it was the Science Center for us, Camp Dorset, which is similar to Camp Bickle.
Okay.
They sent us there for a weekend, and the ROM in Toronto, the museum. Yeah.
I've got a park, Science Timmins as well, and then Northern College or College Boreal.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we got some crossover. I have
Yeah.
the Ojibwe Creek Culture Center. Many of our classes visit there. Northern College,
Yeah.
as well as Timmins Police Station.
Oh, the police. Okay, there we go. Interesting. Okay, all right. We're all close here.
We're all close.
We have 2 more categories. So the next category is name an important quality that a teacher should have.
Okay.
Okay. So we will put. Patience, yeah. See, people are tipping it.
Stole my second one.
Yeah, I should be looking at the. I should be looking at the empathy.
There's all kinds of ideas coming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
You go first. this
You want
time,
me to
please.
go first?
Yeah, what do you got here?
All right. Of course, number 1 would be a great personality, funny and compassionate with the students, and takes time to listen.
Okay. All right. Okay. I went approachable. Okay. I went have good grammar. Teachers are always.
Yeah, that's kind of important.
Yeah,
that-
they're always correcting me on my post online. Thank you, teachers. And they watch KINZ and KLOMP because they got to stay up to date.
gotta stay up to date on the
community.
current.
Yeah. How are you
Current,
going to
current,
How are you going to know where to take the field trips if you don't watch our show?
That's right. That's right.
Okay. What do we have at this end?
Well, I've got sense of humor, so maybe there's a future in teaching for you. Patience and compassion.
Okay.
So I have caring. Obviously, teaching's a labor of love. Patience, like everybody. And then understanding or empathy. I mean, certainly you have to be able to understand someone else's perspective and their life experience in order to be that caring individual.
Oh, very good. Yeah. And that matches a lot of the answers that we're seeing online. All right, pal. So this is the last one. That's a bottom right on our sheets.
Yeah, okay.
Name something a teacher might use to help them teach a class.
All right.
Interesting, because it's changed over the years. So I am going to say. Good God, wait to see how I don't even know what it's called. It's so
What? No?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go first. I can't believe I called it this. I don't even know what it's called. But I used to like when they like pointed at the chalkboard. I call it a point stick. It's not called a
Pointer.
Pointer.
No.
Pointer.
It's a pointer.
A point stick.
Yeah.
Okay. But I used to, and we may be getting a little old school.
Point stick.
I liked when they brought in like a special guest.
Yeah.
So if we had a special
pretty
guest
cool.
that day. And then my final one was my football coach. When he came and looked in the rooms, your eyes were locked on that teacher and you're paying attention. So he helped us. He helped the
helped ya.
teacher teach class.
He's the enforcer.
He definitely was the enforcer. What do you got?
I have, well, I guess teachers nowadays would use PowerPoint presentations, visual, if they brought in products from home and said, and kind of tied it into the class. And my old favorite, when they wheeled the VHS machine in,
Right.
way back, the reel-to-reel.
Okay.
Everybody was excited. And that would teach.
The big TV.
Yeah,
The big TV.
Squeaking down the hall.
The VHS. Have we upgraded from the VHS?
Yeah, I think so.
In most
We've-
cases.
Yeah, we definitely have.
We've been up-
projectors and laptops.
There's no more
Yeah.
chalk. There's no more chalk and chalk brushes anymore.
I don't know if we have
They haven't
pointer
disappeared.
sticks either.
We don't have the pointer
Maybe
stick
laser
either?
pointers, but pointer sticks.
To get your
Laser
attention.
pointers, yeah.
Okay, so
I've got lab equipment for all my science teachers out there, community partners or special guests, and the internet.
Special
Ah.
guests. See, there we
Yes,
go.
yes.
We're thinking the
Fist
same. Hey, you didn't have
bumps around.
special guests there, Kinsman, did you? Okay, you're trying to
No,
take claim on my answer.
I'm just, I'm fist pumping the answers. Those are
Okay,
good
all
answers.
right.
I went along the technology theme, so certainly laptops in our modern classroom. YouTube videos, I mean, certainly to support learning as well. There's
Yeah.
lots on YouTube, Khan Academy, those sorts of things. And then the internet. So, I mean, you have many, many apps you can use on a
Yeah.
Chromebook or an iPad, Padlet, those sorts of things. So certainly maybe the App Store, the internet, something along those lines.
It's really
All
crazy.
right.
Like, when you're at school back in the day, you would take either typewriting or you take a computer class, and it was so basic, like you struggled. But now, like kids coming into school, like I have, my son's 16 months, my daughter's 6 months. They know how to use these systems already, so that you don't need to say this is a computer. This
No,
is how
they
you,
can, they can teach us.
They come in.
better.
Pretty much.
nowadays,
They come in
yeah.
zippity doo dah. All right.
There we go. We all got what, A pluses, A
Yeah.
minuses on that test.
I think they
Oh, yeah. Well, so was there anything else you wanted to chat about that we might have missed?
Yeah, so certainly just a friendly reminder that for our grade 9, school starts on Tuesday, September 3rd at 8:50, and that's where we will have our grade 9s in the school with our LINK program. So we certainly look forward to having them come to the school. And then on Wednesday, September 4th, we have everyone else, including the grade 9s, at the school, and school starts at 8:50.
850.
There it is.
Yes.
There. After the
the long weekend.
In the States, in the United States, most of the schools are back midsummer. In Canada, shifts a couple weeks. I thank God it shifts a couple weeks. I don't think I'd ever want to go back to school midsummer. Now they get off earlier there, but was there any how does those decisions get made when the school season starts?
When the season starts?
Yeah,
so a lot of that is done at a provincial level. So
Okay.
they kind of give us guidelines of where we can
Right.
start, and there's some flexibility, but I don't think you'll see any schools in Ontario starting, like early August, that kind of
No,
thing.
I'm not
you know.
advocating
No,
for
they
that
don't
either.
do that.
No, I don't know. You're
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Very
I'm pushing
happy
for
about that.
Yeah, I mean, I won't be disappointed for the first day of school, but I'm not looking for. But I always just wonder, why such a shift? Because in the States, some of them start considerably earlier than.
Yeah, and I think we've always been a Labor Day type of start. Usually, depending on the school year, I mean, we like to start after Labor Day, and then in the last few years, you've seen a shift. We kind of been starting that week earlier to make sure we finish in June. We like to not extend into July either, so that's kind of really how it works, to schedule the 194 days in between those two goalposts, right?
You got snow days in here and there. You got to get that curriculum
I think
covered.
when you look at the United States too, like the heat in June in some of the southern states is
Okay.
pretty unbearable.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think that's why they somewhat shift the summer as well.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
it does.
Jennifer's saying some schools in Ottawa start second week of August, so maybe there's a.
Yeah, there are some schools in Ontario that have a balanced year where they spread out the summer a little more.
Aiden, all right. I promised Aiden I would not mention this, but I'll mention this. He's asking O'Gorman to have more pop quizzes throughout the year. More pop quizzes. If we can do that.
Is that what he's asking
He
for?
wants, yeah, he
We'll
wants
see.
more. He said him and his friends want more
Let's
surprise
go back
tests.
to that. I think when your teacher would come in and say,
Yeah.
okay, time for a pop
There
quiz,
you
he'd
go,
be
Aiden.
disappointed.
If you get an extra test this year, you got what you wanted.
Especially for Aiden.
Just for Aiden, announce it.
All right. Well, thank you, both of you.
Yeah, thanks so much
I mean,
for
yeah.
coming in.
Thanks for having
Absolutely,
us.
and on behalf of O'Gorman High School and the Northeastern Catholic District School
wow.
Board,
What's that?
I just wanted to
little
present you with a little
something?
gift.
Oh, look at this
thank
there,
you.
Give you some
Kinsman.
homework.
Homework.
Homework?
Oh, look
Well,
at
isn't
this.
this nice? Little notepad.
I'm gonna
NCDSB,
be
a place,
showing-
a place
that
where we
goes-
belong.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeti. Wow.
Look at that. We got a brand new Yeti.
We like that. We like
Yeah.
being
What's that little-
presented with
safety
gifts.
Band-Aids.
right?
Because you know, if you come to the office,
safety
you have
kit,
your Band-Aid.
an emergency kit.
This is a stress ball.
Oh, a stress ball.
Do I give you any stress?
That's it.
I'm going to need both of
I
those
turned this
working
into
with
a disintegration. Oh,
yeah.
And we got like a light. Nice, eh?
It's pretty bright.
Pretty bright there.
No kidding.
Take the tab.
All right.
Take the tab off. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
It's the safety
just
tab
broke
there,
mine.
Kins. Yeah, I got mine. It's like Men in Black.
Holy smoke. Yes,
It is
okay.
bright.
That is
Nice.
awesome. All right, now you have to be Team O'Gorman, Kinsman.
Team
They
O'Gorman.
brought you the gifts.
We're gonna have to get you a shirt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
you got
Yes,
him a shirt.
Gonna have to get a matching shirt
Yeah.
for next school season.
Well, you know, all jokes aside, we have a lot of respect for all the teachers,
Yeah, we sure
EAs,
do.
custodians, vice principals, principals,
You know, bus drivers.
bus drivers.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a long list. They're all superheroes. Anyone that will take my children for 8 months, superheroes. They're Kinsman.
That's it.
But both are doing amazing work, and we appreciate you spending some time. We know things are going to get real busy if they haven't already, and appreciate you
Yeah,
stepping in.
taking some time to
Yeah.
come and chat with us tonight. And we should say before we go, someone's going to win an hour and a half of Midtown Bowl tonight just for
Oh, yeah.
watching the show.
Yeah, and we'll draw that right after the break.
Oktoberfest tickets are now available for October 5th in the Lions Den with the Schumacher Lions Club. Tickets available now, but they're limited. Contact Gabrielle today for yours, 705-268-0548. And happy one-year anniversary to Sparks Pizza. Go try their August special of the month, a Margarita Futura, 12 inches for $25 or 16 inches for $39. You can order online or dine in person, 206 3rd Avenue, or online, sparkspizza.ca. And the Iroquois Falls Storm gets set to kick off their preseason with the Kirkland Lake Gold Miners, Friday, September 6th in KL, and Saturday, September 7th back at the Igloo. Ticket details online, ifstormjra.com. Stop into Sweet Freeze today for all your nostalgia candies and more. Did you know that they also carry the world's coldest ice cream? Try a mini melt today at 175 3rd Avenue, Timmins. You can even shop online, sweetfreeze.ca. Book your end of summer detail now from the Shine Shop Crown Timmins, located 1300 Riverside Drive. Or how would you like to get a free undercoating? Watch Tuesday and Thursday night show for your chance to win. Get your packages delivered on time every time with Robert Champagne with Timmins Courier Service. Trust them for all your urgent delivery needs. Call today, 705-266-4285. And get a seat now for the second annual Orange True Gladware Sewing Retreat with Quilts for Survivors. Happens the weekend of September 27th through 30th at Northern College. Tickets through Eventbrite. Receive $50 off when purchasing $100 or more on 2024 Sea-Doo BRP PFDs. Only at Mikey's. Sales on now till September 30th. Drop in today, 1301 Airport Road. And do you need a newer ride this fall? Then make the short drive to Matheson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They have the biggest selections in the north. Browse the lot today, 349 Highway 11 in Matheson. And check out this new listing and more with Albert and Katrina from Royal LePage Northern Realty Leaders. Check out 63 Notre Dame today. In fact, book a showing, 705-465-3493. And book a mini putt game today with the mini putt and batting cages. Call Don Marcoux to book your end of summer party now, 705-264-7888, located in Hollinger Park. And if you need to rent it, then they've got it for you at Gord's Rental, 778 Riverside Drive. Give them a call today, 705-268-7029. Still time to be a part of the MKDA Milestone 20th Dance Season. Registrations are on now till September 6th. You can register today at themkda.com. Looking for lawyers who practice personal injury or medical malpractice law here in the North? Then give Gerona's Borden Kelly Lawyers an email today. info@gbklawyers.ca. At Wapiskat Catering is now the full catering service for the De Beers Victor Mine Site. Fully operational and 100% staffed by First Nations. Fall is fast approaching, so get a head start on that fall renovation today with Timmins Home Improvement Center, located 89 Wilson Avenue. If they don't have it, then you don't need it. Need some peace of mind to guard your property? Then call Martin Peel today at Pad's Canine Protection and Detection Services, 705-288-7435. And nominate a nonprofit today for love for your nonprofits. With a big thanks to the Schumacher Lions Club and Sebastian Vermet Insurance and Financial Limited. And the 2025 Palisades have now arrived at Timmins Hyundai. They come with 7 or 8 passenger options. Come and test drive one today, located 800 Riverside Drive. And on behalf of the entire Timmins Little League Baseball organization, they want to congratulate all the Timmins Lynx for an outstanding baseball season. And put a car in today for the 2nd annual charity car show with Uniglass Plus Z-Bar Timmins. You can register a car for $30 and be a part of the Saturday, September 7th fun. 705-264-4440. And on the big screen this week, it's The Crow, Alien Romulus, and It Ends With Us. Tickets and showtimes at ImagineCinemas.com. The first and only First Nations-owned security provider in Ontario is Advanced Security Protective Services. Based right here in Timmins, call today, 705-267-5547. And do you need to declutter before the snow flies? Then rent a bin today with Rubino's Petro Can in the 8, 15, and 30-yard sizes. Perfect for that next reno job as well, 705-288-8027. And do you need financial advice? Then call Sebastian Vermet Insurance and Financial Limited. Finances or investments? Call Sebastian today, 705-264-4395. And for anything downtown, you need to follow the Downtown Timmins BIA. Follow them online, downtowntimmins.com. And book your fall carpet clean or strip and wax jobs today with DAP Cleaning Solutions. You can call Andrew in for your free quote now, 705-465-3500. And boost your business and win free advertising on our show, courtesy of Timmins Courier Service, Canadian Trade X, and Mikey's. And you just might be a winner like Pretty and Polished did last week. Tricia Dickinson wants to clean your home and office here in Timmins and surrounding area. Call for a free quote, 705-406-7888. And check out this new listing at 344 Cedar Street South with Jessica Gervais at Royal LePage Northern Realty Leaders. This one's now listed at $199.9. Call for a showing, 705-360-7000. Find out how Mel and Mel can help you grow your business with She's Connected. Online at shesconnected.ca. And the August discount days are hot and sizzling hot at Jackpot Time Timmins. Come and play a bingo session and win double line prizes every single session. Located 251 First Avenue. And she's the producer of Sportsman Channel Canada and Just Hunt Inc., Amanda Lynn Mayhew. And the Timmins Fall Fair is coming up the weekend of September 7th and 8th at the Mount Joy Arena. And a fan favorite is back, the Fall Fair Baby Contest. You can register your child today, fallfairbaby@gmail.com. Register now for Fall Dare classes with Dare Timmins. You can register for the September classes now at daretimmins@gmail.com. And Lucian Transportation is hiring hiring. Become a bus driver for the upcoming school year. Drivers get a $2,000 sign-on bonus, and it's paid training. Call today, 705-360-4090. Be a part of the NOE's Timmins Expo. Happens the weekend of September 21st and 22nd at the back. Also sign your team up today for the Timmins Expo Trivia Night. Lots of fun. The details and to register online, northernontarioexpo.com. And a big congratulations to all who tried to crack the lineup for the Timmins Majors U18 main camp, which just wrapped up with over 60 registrations. Fall is coming, and so are the fall bowling leagues at Midtown Bowl. Log on to register midtownbowltimmins.ca or call Nat today for more details, 705-267-3500. And this Thursday, come and take part in the PMHA equipment swap at the Barn in Sopo. Happens this Thursday night between 6 and 8 p.m. We'll get your little ones suited up and registered for the hockey season all at the same time. And school begins September 3rd with the Northeastern Catholic District School Board, a place where we all belong. Details online and how to register, ncdsb.on.ca. And save the date, Wednesday night, September the 4th. It's Welcome to Timmins Night. We hope to see you all there between 6 and 8 at the Mac Curling Club.
We're back there, kids.
We are back, and big thanks to our guests tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Principal Sean Robertson and Superintendent of Education, and it was great to see Jennifer Dunkley in our studio here tonight.
There we go, pal. All right, so what do we got to give away here?
We've got an hour and a half bowling. It's a family deal at Midtown Bowl, which includes your shoes, so up to 6, so an entire lane filled for you.
All right, Ronnie.
Let's see who's going to be
authorized
walking away with
launch. Authorized the launch there, Ronnie.
All right.
Winner gets their passes dropped off tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll deliver these for you, and the winner is Jonathan Kovacs.
Jonathan, right on.
Congrats, Jonathan.
Yeah, he could take the family out bowling.
The family bowling, and why not? An hour and a half, courtesy of Midtown Bowl. So a few bucks there.
If you happen to be watching, Jonathan, if you could direct message us your address. If not, we'll chase you. We will find you.
We will find you, and this will be dropped off in the mailbox tomorrow.
There we go. Ronnie's giving us commentating.
I think Ronnie says he knows where Jonathan lives, so maybe we'll pack this with Ronnie tonight.
We got to give Ronnie a whiteboard for he can just write down when he wants to tell us, because it's hard to hear him.
Yeah.
What are you saying? But we'll take care of him.
We'll take care of it, Jonathan. Congratulations. Yeah, thanks for watching. And big thanks to the ncdsb.on.ca crew coming in. And again, parting gifts. I'm looking forward to trying that Yeti. People rave about the Yetis. Now we've got one.
You don't have it? This is your first Yeti?
No, not, newer Yeti.
Oh, new. What's your one have a hole in it or what?
Holes.
It's probably not working if it has a hole. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. They didn't have to bribe us with gifts, Kinsman, but I still love it.
Nice to add to the collection here at the studio.
Amazing people. So if you're looking at getting, if your kids are starting school or you're considering maybe a change, I mean, we talk to so many people. We already know how great the school system is in our community, the people I talk to. But personal perspective, at least for my kids, A+, the Catholic school system
is all
in
around
this community. There we go. So if they are all around 100%. So if you're considering them, please reach out and shoot them a message.
Reach out
and you
to
can
your
look
favorite
at
school.
as cool as me with an O'Gorman polo, right?
That's it. We all want to look like KLOMP wearing a green polo tee.
They said I could be having my orientation day. I'll need a link leader to show me around there.
Good orientation. Someone will stuff you in a locker.
Why isn't Mark in uniform? Well, he doesn't have his kids aren't old enough
shirt.
to go to O'Gorman yet.
Not yet.
But you do have a St. Joseph's hoodie.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. So maybe that will be out on a future episode. So there we go.
All right. We will wait with anticipation. Just hold on, folks. We may see the hoodie. All right. Anyways. All right. Good night,
trunk
people.
of your car right now. We got to go find that hoodie. Good night.
I can see your headlights turning the other way. And in my rearview mirror, I slowly see you fade. I can't stop thinking about you, can't get you out of my head. I'm staring at your
of your kiss and the way that you held me makes me feel I'm free. I can't imagine my life without you here.